Think about this for a second. Your brain is just a 3-pound lump of flesh, a wrinkled electric jelly packed inside your skull. It's soft, fragile, made of neurons, blood, and chemicals. And yet, somehow, you exist. You don't just function like a machine, you feel. You experience the world. You can remember your past, imagine the future, question your own thoughts. You are aware, but how? Why doesn't a rock think? Why doesn't a puddle of water, or even the most advanced computer, have a mind? Because if your brain is just neurons firing, if your thoughts are just the result of electrical signals and chemical reactions, then why do you have the feeling of being you? Neuroscientists can scan your brain. They can see which areas light up when you feel happiness, fear, or pain. They can stimulate parts of your brain to make you recall a memory, hear a sound that isn't there, or even laugh uncontrollably. But the thing doing the feeling, the thing experiencing the world, where is it? Is it in your prefrontal cortex, the neurons in your brainstem, the electrical patterns firing between synapses? No one has found the exact location of consciousness. Scientists can point to brain activity, but they still can't answer the deeper question: why does brain activity create an experience? A computer processes data. It doesn't feel that data. A calculator doesn't experience the math it computes. But you experience the world in vivid color, with sound, taste, pain, and emotion. Why? And if everything you are is just a collection of brain processes, what happens when those processes stop? You go to sleep every night. Your awareness fades, your dreams come and go, and then suddenly you wake up and you're back. You reappear, as if nothing happened. But what if one night you don't wake up? Where do you go? Science tells us that when the brain stops functioning, consciousness stops too. But is that really true? Have we proven that beyond a shadow of a doubt? Because if consciousness is nothing but an illusion created by neurons, then when those neurons stop firing, you stop existing. You are simply gone. But something about that feels wrong, doesn't it? It's hard to imagine your mind, your awareness, your experiences, your being, just vanishing into nothingness. Could it be that we're missing something? A growing number of scientists and philosophers believe that consciousness is nothing more than an advanced form of computation, that your brain is just a highly sophisticated organic machine, processing information, adapting and responding to stimuli, that your thoughts, emotions and decisions are simply the result of neurons firing in predictable patterns, that everything you do, every choice, every desire, every dream, is just an inevitable outcome of biology and physics. But if that's true, if your brain is just a biological computer, then where is the user? Where is the you inside your brain? And if you're just a machine, then do you actually have free will? Or are you just following the script of your DNA, the electrical impulses in your brain, the invisible laws of physics guiding every decision you think you make? If you don't control your thoughts, who does? Here's something even more disturbing. What if you're not the one in control? What if your brain makes decisions before you even realize it? Studies in neuroscience suggest that your brain decides what you're going to do before you become conscious of the decision. Scientists have measured brain activity and found that they can predict your actions seconds before you're aware of making a choice. So, are you really choosing anything at all, or is your brain just telling you the decision it already made? And if that's true, then what are you? Are you just a passenger inside your own body? An observer watching a biological machine go through the motions of life? If so, then who is really driving you? For centuries, people have believed that consciousness isn't just a byproduct of the brain. It's something beyond the physical. Some believe in a soul, an immaterial essence that exists separately from the body. Others argue that consciousness is fundamental to reality itself, like space and time. And then there's the idea that your mind is not inside your brain at all. Some scientists propose that consciousness is like a signal, and your brain is just a receiver. That you aren't generated by your neurons, you're simply tuned into something greater. If that's true, then when your brain stops working, maybe you don't stop existing. Maybe you just disconnect. But from what? And where do you go? Maybe the mystery of consciousness isn't about how a brain creates a mind. Maybe the real question is, what if the brain doesn't create the mind at all? What if the brain is just a filter, an interface between physical reality and something deeper? And if that's the case, if consciousness is something beyond the brain, then what are we really? Are we just temporary visitors in this physical world? Are we fragments of something greater, experiencing reality through the limitations of our biology? And if so, what happens when we leave? Because if your brain is just meat, if it's just a biological machine, then why do you have a mind? And more importantly, where will you be when your brain is gone? As we journey through the mysteries of the mind, the brain, and the enigma of consciousness, one thing becomes clear. The questions we've explored today are not just scientific or philosophical, they're deeply human. They touch the very core of who we are, why we exist, and what it means to be alive. Is your brain just a 3-pound lump of meat, or is it something more? Is consciousness a product of neurons firing, or is it a gateway to something beyond the physical? The truth is, we don't have all the answers, yet. But that's what makes this journey so fascinating. Every discovery, every theory, and every question brings us closer to understanding the greatest mystery of all, ourselves. So, what do you think? Are we just biological machines, or is there something more to the mind? Could consciousness exist beyond the brain? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your perspective and keep the conversation going. If you found this exploration as mind-bending as we did, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. We dive deep into the biggest questions about life, the universe, and everything in between. Hit that notification bell so you never miss a video, because the journey to understanding is just beginning. Thank you for watching, and remember, the more we question, the more we discover. Until next time, keep wondering, keep exploring, and keep seeking the truth. See you in the next video.